Go.
Walk and talk, walk and talk.
Fucking hell, it's a light, shiny light.
Hey, you're on the spotlight, literally.
Yeah.
All right, Pep Talk UK. Pro B's at the Landmark Hotel, joined in person for the very first time in a long while by Mr. Sam Jones. How are you?
It is a long time. Yeah, good mate, how are you?
I'm doing well. You know what? I was going through my photo gallery. I looked at some of the old photos from the plaza near Waterloo. I think it was a Haymaker show.
Oh my God, yeah.
Where Joe Joyce at the time was with you, and you was talking up Joe Joyce. You were saying, look, this guy is going to be a world champion. He's going to be a problem for a lot of heavyweights.
Yeah.
Wow. Fast forward now, moment of truth. Carlos Takam, WBO mandatory for the win of Joshua versus Usyk. Dreams come true.
Yeah, listen, nothing's achieved yet. Joe has to get the job done on Saturday night. It's made the fight even bigger, to be honest with you. So Joe's got to get the job done on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, literally, before the Dubois fight, I think there was a few questions asked as why Joe's not getting the push. But it seems this time round, you got the whole of the media behind Joe Joyce. Is this a result of that emphatic win against Dubois?
This is what it is, right? We said before the fight, Joe was the stepchild in this relationship. When you to get that #1 spot, you need to knock out the #1 child, and that's what Joe did. Now he's #1.
Yeah, #1. In some ways, I was asking Frank Warren, is this a fight that you really needed to take? Carlos Takam is a handful.
These are the type of fights you need to take at the top level. Like, you can't... Taking an easier fight would... It's not going to be good for Joe's development at this stage. Like, you want to stay on your toes and you want to fight good people. That's what Takam is.
And you know what? To be fair, Joe Joyce coming into the pro ranks hasn't had those easy fights.
No.
You know? I know in a Dubois fight, he was talking a lot about the fighters that Daniel Dubois fought. Joe Joyce is, some would say, is completely the opposite. Hard route to the top.
Yeah, look, we've had to take harder fights, fast track from Ian Lewis into the debut boxing. Real boxing fans will know that's a ridiculously hard fight to take on your first fight. And then you Len Roy Thomas for the Commonwealth title in your fourth fight. Moved to America, had some hard fights out there. Came back, Stiverne, Ustinov, Jennings, Dubois. Now it's like this is a hard trajectory for Joe Joyce.
Yeah. In some ways, was that the plan to get Joe Joyce against tough opposition, so that by a certain time frame, he's ready straight away, no prepping for a world title shot?
Absolutely. That's why I was so confident with beating Dubois. Joe's had world-class experience as an amateur and as a pro, so that was the reason why we were happy to take that fight.
Yeah. I kind of see the whole idea. I was with Babbage only last week, and I see the idea behind you getting Babbage in for sparring with Joe Joyce. Both pressure fighters.
Takam's not as intense as Babbage, to be fair.
Okay.
Babbage is a lot more intense. It's a lot more like Takam's going to bring it. Do you know what I mean? He brings it, but Joe's going to bring it, and Joe's going to win the fight.
Yeah. Why are you upsetting our mate Carlos Takam?
I don't know if I upset him. He was a bit upset when I was talking about the sparring, and his bottom lip was going a little bit, wasn't it?
Did Ngannou really give you that message?
Yeah.
Wow, you seem to hit a nerve with Carlos Takam.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. He wanted to hit Dev more than he wanted to hit me, because Dev said, "Can you have the power to knock Joe Joyce out?" And he started flexing his biceps and getting a bit mad at Dev. So luckily, he was more angry at Dev than me today.
Carlos Takam did tell me that if Joe was to fight Daniel Dubois again, it would be a different fight.
Would it? Great.
Finally, I did mention to Joe Joyce on a Zoom conference earlier in the week that he hasn't got Usyk, and I know he wanted some revenge against Usyk for that defeat in the amateurs. Yeah. Was there a sense of disappointment?
No, because that's just boxing. You can't be disappointed. You've got to carry on and get on with it. Joe's had some great news. He's #1 contender. He's going to get his shot. The only thing that matters is Carlos Takam on Saturday night.
All right. Mr. Sam Jones, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you. Cheers.